Hello everybody, welcome to another Arkham Horror list video. Today we're going to be talking about our top 5 relics. It started as top 3, but then we realized we could not be contained because there was a sick-ass sword that Justin wanted on his list. So, without further ado, let's get to number 5, starting with Bryn. Oh my god, I'm seeing double.
Man, so Enchanted Blade Purple is like actually the best weapon in the game, except for the fact that it's a purple card.
It's like the best for experience and resource.
Yeah, like the best like mid-range XP weapon. Let's say that. It's not better than a flamethrower, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, it costs 3 instead of 5 XP.
Why can't I kill one enemy with this?
You get to fight, and you can get up to +4 punch to it and deal 3 damage. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
Also, it's like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the point I was gonna make.
There's no rule that says you can't.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but it takes away from the impact of it, you know?
There's one thing I realized as they were so how it always works when we make this lists is I put my cards down secretly, and then the other guys tell me theirs, so there's like no spoilers, spoilers for theirs. And I realized listening to these lists, I'm a lot more of a simple man when it comes to relics. My number 5 is Tooth of Betsley. It helps you not die when you draw treachery cards, and I like that. It also draws
This
cards.
almost made my list.
Pardon?
Tooth of Betsley almost made my list.
I think it's a good relic. I mean, it's pretty nice. Like, it's like... The next slot is very competitive, but I always look at Tooth of Betsley and I'm like, dang, there's like one of the few glimmers of hope that came from the Forgotten Age for me.
Well, yeah, Tooth of Betsley is like, whenever I'm building a yellow deck, I'm like, maybe I want a copy of Tooth of Betsley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Draws your cards. Gets
spoilers.
Justin.
Travis, why don't you talk about your number 5?
My number 5 is Enchanted Blade Blue. I like this one because you can actually play it in real decks. Also, it's like a lightsaber. I had one of the most fun times, actually, I think I had playing this game was when we built the decks for each other. And Bryn built me that sick-ass Mark Harrigan deck with the lightsaber that I threw at people and, like, grenades. And, like, I had so much fun playing that deck.
Man, my favorite part about that campaign was the bit where they were, like, sneak through the Silver Twilight Lodge, and we were like, that guy saw us, get him.
Yeah. Kill that man.
Mark, throw grenades at him. Yeah, that was a good time.
All right.
But no, it's also just like a really good weapon. It only takes up 1 hand slot. It takes up your arcane slot, which if you're a blue investigator, who cares? You know, +2 punch is great. You get to wait until after you succeed the test to deal the extra damage if you want, which is great for stabbing people your teammates have. And if you kill him, you get to draw a card and heal horror. Both things blue wants.
Yeah.
It's good. Good card.
Yeah, very good card. I have never played with it, but I imagine I would like it. All right.
You should only play red cards.
It's true. It's true. Bryn, your number 4 is the Panoptic Manuscripts.
Man, so this card basically just like makes you immune to the deck for 3 turns, or allows you to perform critical tests without drawing chaos tokens. And if only there was some sort of way, possibly on color, to put more secrets onto it, that would be pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryn, every time. That's good.
Yo, have you seen the new Truth from Fiction? From Return to the Forgotten Age? It's pretty good. 3
No,
secrets instead.
Oh my. That's like a whole nother manuscript.
Yeah.
Yeah, card's strong. Just play with it, had a good time with it.
It's also an integral part of the shotgun combo.
Mm-hmm, yep. So my number 4 is weird. It's Decorated Skull. I don't think this card is particularly good. I think it's very slow. And for it to be good, allies need to die, enemies need to die, which green is like okay at killing enemies. They're not the best.
Or investigators.
So like I see something there.
Got the gears turning.
I love the tagline for it, Doom begets Doom. I think that's a metal tagline. And as we're learning, I kind of like skulls. As I was looking through all the things and I had all my tabs open of all the relics, there's something about the skulls that I'm just into. I wish this card was better. I really like it.
You're in luck, Justin.
One, yeah.
There's now an upgrade one from Return to the Forgotten Age.
Yes.
The difference is you can, for the second action, you can spend up to 3 charges to draw the main cards and gain that many resources.
Okay, that seems a lot better.
I saw your eyebrows go up.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a lot nicer. That's like...
This card's also real solid, and I think it's Akashi who can play cards that use charges.
Yes.
And then she, like, spends charges for stuff, so this just gives you, like, a free charge battery.
No, I think this is actually pretty good as an economy card for her, where you're constantly shoving Arcane Initiates and David Renfield under the bus.
I was gonna, when we did our mono purple, because we still have to do it, I was gonna do Jim just to live that life, but now that awakens something in me. Now I'm conflicted. I mean, maybe I just play Akachi for another thing. Anyway, Travis, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Relic of Ages. Not like this one in particular, but the Relic of Ages. As this one's like a bit of a different reason for all the other ones where we like how they play. This one I like as a story thing. This is one of the few positive things you will ever hear me say about the Forgotten Age, at least before the Return to, which we haven't played yet. But I really like the concept of, like, you find it and it's just a thing. It's just the idol that you found in a temple. And then later on it like gets better and better, and eventually it turns into like a time traveling device, which I just think that the Relic of Ages as a plot MacGuffin and as like a developing, even if it sort of develops secondarily to your relationships with Ishtaka and Alejandro, I think it's really cool.
And it commits for 3 wild symbols, and you're just like, what? I want
this.
this.
That's a lot. Also, you can just play it for some reason.
Just for flex points.
I don't think you ever get the chance to play this one.
That's so sad.
I'm pretty sure they removed the base one from your deck.
Yeah, because
like
someone steals
the 2
it, right?
modules it's a part of.
Yeah.
Then why doesn't it have a resource cost at all?
Just to get you feeling like you could.
Because that part's the same on, like, the cost and the pips are the same on each version.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to number 4. Number 3, sorry. Bryn, your number 3 is the gold pocket watch.
I like playing the game. This card says I get to play twice as much game per game. Well, turn.
Like one turn.
Yeah, like 1 turn I get to play twice as much game.
And it also has that great joke in it where we always say, okay, skip the next player phase.
Yeah, plus if your team's not doing what you want them to do.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, guys, I guess we won't play at all.
I do like how the evolution of the gold pocket watch, we were always like, we're just going to skip the Mythos phase, but now we're very much a repeat the player phase.
Yeah. Just very similar, but it depends on I think they're both situationally good, but it depends on the game state.
Yeah, like if there's no enemies in place, skip Mythos is better, but...
Yeah, because you get an extra card and resource out of it.
Get like extra
unless you're like terrified of your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also, just I'm pretty sure this was on my list, but love the art for this card.
Yeah, it was on your list. It was. My number 3 is Kolpesh of the Abyss.
It's so
Manifested Malice. This card is so
find a
cool.
more metal card. I dare you.
So a lot of this comes from a lot of in-jokes with Eldritch Horror for the Kolpesh of the Abyss, because that was a bomb-ass weapon then, and it's like a teleporting lightsaber. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, you read it, you're like plus 3 fists and plus 1 damage. That's for 4 resources, like... And then it has another thing, too.
You just go around killing enemies.
It's a shame we'll never get to play with it.
It's a shame. What do you need to win that scenario?
You have
Oh,
to
man.
do well in the second half of it.
Yeah, not only do you have to win, but you have to win well.
Dang. All right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, no,
No,
I think
seriously,
you get the Ankh for like for like doing the clue resolution, and you like get the Kopesh for killing him or something like that. But I could be wrong. Like I said, we've never gotten that far. That's
Yeah, we just die in part 2.
You know what? Maybe
Yeah.
one day we're gonna like when the taboo list is big, we're gonna do our no taboo run and just live the superpowers and then try it out then.
I think we should just buy it into every campaign. We're like, first run on this one. Let's see if we can just die here, I guess.
Yeah. Travis,
So we can cripple ourselves.
your number 3 is
This is
Gatebox.
Gatebox. This is Luke Robinson's special item, and it's so fun to play with. You can do so many cool things with it. Just zip around the map. Enemies on you. Nah, I'm not here, bud. Like, you need to go to the other side of them. It's like an elusive, but 3 times. And you get to start with it and play.
Yeah. And with Luke, it's really 3 star times because you get to do more.
Yeah. Like, you probably... Assuming you're playing in Rapture in your deck, you probably get, like, 3-ish extra uses, maybe 4 out of it. In a scenario. But, like, it's... The mobility and the little cute things you can do with it from your other dimension, or your Dreamgate. Shuffling your teammates around with shortcuts, blowing up squads of enemies with swarms of enemies is more apt. With Storm of Spirits, sucking up clues with oh god, Read the Signs, I think it's called. Really cool card, really fun, lots of niche and just generally good uses for it.
All right. Let's get to our number 2, starting with Bryn. Oh, okay.
Bro.
That's a twist. 1 second. Bryn, why don't you talk about the Hungering Blade, but that might disappear for a second.
Justin's is a surprise.
Sure. So the Hungering Blade, it's like a sword with a brain, and it says you gotta kill people, like lots of people, all the time, or it'll hurt you. But also, the more people you kill, the better it gets at killing people. So there's that.
Is that subtitle? The Calamitous Blade of Cellophane.
Right?
Holy hell.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about this card is that you only get to play 1 copy in your deck, and I don't like that as a balancing decision. But the art for the Bloodlust card is also really cool. You can't see it here, but you can go look it up on your own time.
Yeah, like, I don't mind I personally am also not a fan of the limit 1 per deck daily as a balancing factor, but I'm fine with it for cards like the Hungering Blade because it's the Hungering Blade.
Yeah,
there's
one. It is
there's
a
one in
singular...
existence. It's this one.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Unlike the Hallowed Mirror or the Occult Lexicon.
Yeah, those ones are bullshit. But this is a good tip for that mechanic.
The Bloodlust Weakness that you add to your deck just says that when you draw it, you have to spend 2 offerings off the blade, or take a horror. And if you spend the offerings, you attach it to the blade, and the blade gets stronger the more of them that are attached to it. And then, while they're attached to it, you can shuffle them back into your deck as part of the cost to attack the enemy to deal an extra damage per thing that was shuffled back.
You imagine if you could have 2 Hungering Blades, like 1 each hand, and then you have 6 Bloodlusts in your deck.
I mean, like, that would almost be better than having 3.
Yeah, like, kinda.
Yeah, you should have to kill, like, a lot of people.
Like, sometimes it'd be fine because you could pick which blade it goes on, but there's other times where you draw Bloodlust 3 turns in a row and you're just like, oh god.
My number 2 is Grotesque Statue. I've always really liked this card. This card's very strong. It's great in Akachi. That one time when I played Travis's deck when we did Murder at the Excelsior Hotel, and I just never stopped using this card. This card has always just been, I've really dug it, and I've really liked it. And nothing's changed. But it's not my
really
number 1 for a
inspired you
weird
to be
reason.
into that chaos bag manipulation style.
Yeah. Cool, because, like, like the Chaos Bag manipulation rings to me like the next step of having your stats really high, right? Like, if my stats are high, I probably won't fail the test. If my stats are high and I choose what token I draw, I'll never fail a test.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Travis is gonna start putting 2 red tokens in the bag just cause.
Yeah. Travis, what's your number 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna send a message to LCG tokens, whatever the name is, be like, hey, can I just like order 7 auto fails?
And they're just like, why? Like, just pranking a friend.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, Pen of the Queen. This card I think is like borderline unfair. It's like trending towards the not unfair half of it, but like it's really, really good, and it's really, really fun to play with, and it's like really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It does everything you want as a yellow character, provided you can put the 3 segments of Onyx together, which are like 1 cost. They cost 1 experience, they cost 1 to play. They have myriad, they have fast, and they don't take up any slots. But when you have 3 of them, they make this Pen of the Queen from your bonded pile, and you just do things.
Just kill it.
Yeah. You get to move wherever you want to. Like we talk about elusive being incredibly action efficient. This is kind of like 3 elusives, depending on what you need. You can move wherever you want. You can evade whatever you want. You can get clues wherever you want.
All for the low cost of drawing every card in your deck, which you do anyway as a yellow player, sometimes 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, if you're not doing that and you're not playing Rex, why are you playing a yellow character?
Yeah. Alright.
Like, it's so good.
Let's go to our number 1s. Bryn, why don't you start us off?
I really like the jellyfish egg. Like I don't know what you guys were expecting, but
it looks like it's full of Fruit Loops.
Yeah, right. This card's awesome. You take it, and the jellyfish come after you, and they're like, "Give me my egg back," and you're like, "You'll have to kill me first." And then you got to run away from a jellyfish monster, but only sometimes. And then when you don't, this card is insane. You're like, "I'm playing sweet events." And the game's like, yeah, but those events had pretty cool icons on them. You had to pick which part you wanted, and you're like, no.
No, I'll do both.
I did not. I'll do both, please.
All at the cost of eating an egg of a jellyfish.
Yeah.
An alien jellyfish, be sure.
It's true. Travis, you ever worry that Bryn might be the bad guy? As he's just drinking from a jellyfish egg, and we're just, like, doing our thing?
Justin, in every game we play, like, regardless of whether it's a video game or a card game, Bryn is always there to save my ass from doing stupid things or from like, bad things hurting me. Bryn cannot be the bad guy in my books.
That's fair. Because
then I would be admitting that I'm the bad guy. That what I'm doing is wrong.
So my number 1 is Sharon's Obol. This one's a bit strange, but I think it's because Travis once said that when there's the Jenny that has the Green Man idol that cares about you gaining more experience, and it makes you make bad decisions. And when I played that one, and I did a solo, and I also had Sharon's Obol, because I thought, if I'm playing solo, it would be stupid not to get Sharon's Obol, right? Because if I lose, I'm not hurting anybody, and I just get more experience each time. And then I just have so many fun memories of the tension that came when I bought this card, because you buy it first if you want it, and then it pays itself back on the next scenario. And then every time when you could potentially die, that's it. I understand why Bryn never gets it. Because Bryn would essentially just pay 2 experience to kill a character.
Yeah, like, I'm just allowed to retire them voluntarily, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
there's a couple reasons why you don't see us play this one. It's because Bryn doesn't buy it because he'll die. I don't buy it because I don't play green characters. Justin doesn't buy it because he's too risk adverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just sort of like, why would I pay 2 XP to turn the next scenario into the asylum? Like, I don't need to do that.
We have to make a new character. Ugh.
Like sometimes the next scenario just is the asylum anyway.
But yeah, from my times of playing solo, Sharon's Obel was always, if I was green or had access to green, I'd always grab immediately. And I just love the risk that comes with it. But I don't play risk in multiplayer, right? Because it's just not me. But solo, oh baby, I don't give a shit what I think of myself.
You can play this with us. We don't mind. We think it's funny when you die.
That's good. Yeah, but see, you guys kill me, so...
Hey Justin, I'm gonna shoot that enemy that's engaged with you. I really prefer if you that's too bad, I'm doing it.
Like
it's too bad I've already drawn the red token.
That's why, you know how I just asked do you think Bryn's the bad guy, and you said Bryn can't be the bad guy because he helps me? Maybe you guys, I'm scared of you guys.
Maybe we're both the bad guys, Bryn.
Travis, what's your number one? This really strong yellow card?
We don't have skulls on our hats.
No, we're good. We don't wear hats. This is Ancient Stone. Specifically Knowledge of the Elders, because the other ones are like, suck, but they're not this one. I like playing yellow characters. I like drawing cards. And getting to deal free testless damage to enemies who do not have cards is good. Yeah. Quite often, as the seeker of the group, I am, or the drawing gatherer of the group, I am... Yes, I am at the mercy of the enemies in play, but this card lets me tell my teammates that I do not need them.
Yeah.
Like when the last time we played that spider one.
Yeah, and you dealt like 18 damage.
Yeah, and I was like, why are you here?
Yeah.
I'd be drawing less enemies if you weren't.
Yeah, we're here to make the game harder.
Yeah. Yeah, Travis, we're just here to make sure your seeker decks are optimal.
Yeah, just make sure that you're really picking up the slack for the two of us. Playing green and red cards. My cards are better if I do bad.
Hey, I was blue that
make it really good, but I habitually draw the red shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but for some reason, yellow I get. Getting clues, I get it. Fighting enemies, I'm like, for some reason, I'm like, I don't get this as much. And I know that's stupid, because like they're the same thing.
What, you don't like following cultists around in an abandoned monastery and pushing them off walls?
Nah, I see Bryn do it, and I'm like, Bryn knows how to do this.
Like, you don't understand why yellow has monster fighting as a mechanic?
No. Sorry, I know. I don't mean why. Like, when it comes to like play styles, I can get like getting clues easy. But for some reason in my head, when it's fighting monsters, I like get a bit more analysis paralysis.
But that's all you have to do. Like, the trick to fighting monsters is like, I could actually do a whole video on this one, but like clues, you have lots of time to get them, but like you want to be having more options to get clues is better, because once you have them all, then the scenario's done. But monsters demand an answer right now, and you want to answer them as efficiently as possible. And because of that, like, if you kill all the monsters and playing 1 or 2 actions, then you're naturally going to have actions or entire turns that are downtime, which allows you to set up to deal with future monsters more efficiently.
Mm-hmm. That's also probably why I liked Finn, because I could just say a monster shut up. I'm like, nope, don't even need to think about it.
That's somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Ancient Stone, Knowledge of the Elders. It's crazy powerful.
It is.
It
is worth the 8 experience.
This
is one of the few untranslated ones where, like, if I'm doing this, especially since you have to pay experience for the base level one as well, so it basically costs like 10 experience for the 2 Ancient Stones, would not randomize them.
Mm-hmm. It also feels like a bit more sensical for how yellow's doing this, as opposed to like the Strange Solution where they just get to punch really well, right? Like this one, they need to draw cards, right? And
yeah, there's like a small hoop you have to jump through. Like the Isaac Iker, I think, makes more sense thematically.
Yeah.
But
well, these were our top 5 relics. These are our number ones for all of us. Thanks for watching, everybody. If there's any lists you want to see, let us know in the comments down below. We are recording a few today, so it'll be a few weeks until we can actually like make those videos. But I always write down the suggestions in our big, ever-growing list of list ideas. So thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.